Hi, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with another ongoing public speaking workshop. We do this for the new teachers, and I believe in many states this is your week. Tomorrow, I believe many students will be heading back to the classroom. Please be safe, enjoy, but if this is your first time in front of the room, remember you have to set the tone with the words that you say. Also, you may be a new manager, new supervisor. Congratulations. Leading team members to their success will always be your success. Or maybe you are someone that was always told, you speak very well. Why don't you do some public speaking? And then the COVID hit, and now you see that this is packed with a whole lot of people trying to win over those audiences that they cannot get now because those conferences and reunions are not there anymore. Or maybe you're someone who wants to study, and there's great organizations, 2 4 year organizations, or organizations that specialize in public speaking. And then you may be those people that say, hey, you know what? I don't want to pay for anything. Let me just see what's out there. I'll take what I can. If it looks good, incorporate it into what I do because I have the discipline to do that. So that's why we do this public speaking workshop. So we're just going to get into it and pick it up from where we left off. So today and tomorrow, it's going to be in two parts. We're going to be talking about delivering your speech. Now it's the moment of truth. We've already looked at the room, we've looked at our content, we made sure that if we had PowerPoints, we did sound checks, we've motivated ourselves. But now it's time to deliver your speech. So, a few simple steps can help you improve the delivery of your presentation. And the key thing is to start off strong. And we talked about that before by preparing an opening that will capture the audience attention. Learn how to use visual aids effectively. Check the volume of your voice. Practice beforehand to check the running time, but not the point where it is automatic. As long as you have the confidence to use the room to your advantage and you have your ideas straight in your head that you want your content presentation wise and you want the audience to grab something from it, it'll take care of itself most of the time. You will find simply that by saying it and hearing it often enough, your speech will evolve into a point where you can make slight adjustments on the spots whenever necessary without it becoming confusing to you at all because you did that word that I love. We practiced. When you practice, you always put yourself in a better, confident, stronger situation, especially in front of audiences. Now, we need to start off on the right foot. So the opening of the presentation has two purposes: to capture the audience attention and to introduce the subject of the content. What are we going to be focusing in on? Why did they come in to see and hear you? The opening should be very brief, but in most cases, 1 or 2 minutes. In that short span of time, you need to present yourself, your topic, also, what is the audience going to get out of it if they pay attention? In planning your opening, go back to where we did an analysis of the audience, how you want to maneuver them and position them, and especially from speaking from the heart, which we talked about in some earlier segments. An effective opening convinces your audience that you are going to be saying things that they need to be paying attention to. If you lose them in the first 2 or 3 minutes, there's not much you can do to get them back. In some ways, the presentation most important elements is the introduction. So the beginning, we have to wow them over. There are many things that you do to catch the audience attention, taking into account of the presentation in general, formal setting versus a non-formal setting, but what can I do to capture them immediately? However, if you work on getting the opening right, you will find that your presentation will be received the way you would like it to be if we practice. It is also worth opening with a bold statement. Nothing wrong with that. The statement may be controversial. It could be just a setup to the extent that it will captivate everybody's attention because they're wondering what you're going to say next. How are you going to make this connection to what you just said? That's a controversial statement to many in the audience. But it is fine to open with a statement that is non-controversial. Whatever you open up with, strong, precise, hit them between the eyes, and then walk them through what you meant at the beginning. Making a statement which requires backing it up with some statistics, you'll be comfortable with that because naturally you'll have those statistics. If it's just something that is your opinion versus others' opinion, just be prepared once you're finished, if you do have a Q&A, that you will be many times brought to task with that. But we want to make sure when we deliver our speech, the opening is so hard-hitting that you're going to capture the audience right off the bat. If you do that, you'll be in great shape. Now, next time we'll look at the second part of this. So, Brandon Hardison for Champion Strategies, giving you some public speaking advice, and as always, imparting, going out and making a champion.